Dark matter is a mysterious and visible form of matter that dominates the universe. Turns out that the ordinary matter that makes everything up in and around us contribute to just around 5% of the total matter present in the universe. So then, what is dark matter? Well, we are not quite sure. Something is missing, something important that is preventing science from revealing a lot of mysteries like dark matter, consciousness, dark energy, and string theory. Well, the founders of these theories were both well versed in science and philosophy, and they used approaches from both these fields to unravel the mysteries. But somewhere along the lines, as a result of the scientific revolution, empirical science became more popular than philosophy in different societies, promoting the idea of shut up and calculate as the tagline of all scientific inquiries. This way of thinking neglected philosophy. It is surprising how this is the stand taken by some of the most influential people like Neil Tyson, Stephen Hawking, and Bill Nye. Their stand is that philosophy is dead and is of no use to science. But then why are we stuck with all these theories? Saying that, let's give science 100 more years, is not a solution. The fact is that science needs philosophy and vice versa. However, interestingly, philosophy and science are closely connected from the point of view of history. For example, towering scientists in the scientific revolution, such as Newton, had distinctly philosophical sides. Also, philosophy influenced the thinking of the inventors of modern physics, including Planck, Bohr, and Einstein. There are some major points which prove that philosophy is of utmost importance to science now more than ever. An important question is the legitimacy of induction, one of the chief forms of scientific reasoning. If every experiment testing whether copper conducts electricity has shown that it does, then it will always do this. It sounds good, but the underlying assumption is that the future will always be like the past. How can this be known scientifically? This is a question of sound reasoning that can only be answered by experts in sound reasoning. Experts in sound reasoning are not scientists, they are called logicians. A logician is a kind of philosopher. Therefore, the question can only be answered by a philosopher. Scientific explorations are often situated in a philosophical view of nature, that events are, and will continue to be unified and ordered, that there is an objective reality, that the laws of nature are discoverable realities independent of the mind. These assumptions can be challenged. Any time one makes implicit or explicit assumptions about the ultimate nature of the world, one is making metaphysical assumptions. These metaphysical ideas need rational discussion and evaluation if we are to have the most complete understanding of reality. As an example of how metaphysics can benefit science, the concept of a species cannot be defined entirely by biology but requires philosophical examination. Also, where science fits in the total scheme of things is not a question for the expert in science. It is a question for the expert in the total scheme of things, a philosopher. It is the same with a host of other questions which are necessary to science but are not scientific questions, like, what is the scientific method? What are cause and effect? What is a natural law? How do we know if a scientific conclusion reflects reality as it really is? Though these are questions that scientists face, they are not scientific questions. They can't be resolved by conducting a laboratory experiment or using a math equation. They involve metaphysics. They are philosophical. And these are the exact questions science is facing while solving mysteries like dark matter. Science needs philosophy. Historically, this is what we have done, and this is what needs to be done once again, now. Thank you.